Guys, what's going on? Legion Nuda here, today playing Brighter Shores. So we decided to kill something a little bit closer to our level, right? Because we've been killing a lot of creatures that aren't quite around our level, and we went for something a little bit more challenging. So today we're going to be killing the Nuisance Gold Miners level 54, and we started killing these at level 62, but we wanted to kind of progress a little bit further into the 100 kills before making a video. So, alright, let's get right down to the facts, the things that you're going to want to know if you decide you want to kill these. So, at level 62, I was getting about 2136 XP per kill, which is actually quite good. I've only had one instance where they almost managed to kill me, and now obviously we're level 63 and we're getting 2104 XP per kill. So we started this with 926 silver and 435 copper. So we're going to go ahead and see at the end of the video whether or not these drop a considerable amount of silver, and whether or not that's an efficient way to get it from these creatures. So I'm killing them relatively fast. I'd probably say about 40 seconds per kill. A couple other things worth noting is that they are vulnerable to Tempest Day, and that they attack with Inferno. So just wanted to touch base on that. And currently at level 62 and even now at level 63, I'm getting 3% knowledge XP in the bar here when I'm killing them. I'll go ahead and show you and finish this kill. And as far as what you can expect for copper, it looks like they drop about 600 plus per kill, but it's not every kill, so it's got kind of inconsistent really, with that. And so you can see here that I got that 3% knowledge experience from that kill, so you can expect that at around my level. I'm not sure if you were to kill these at a lower level what kind of knowledge experience you'd get, but like I've stated before in other of my videos, you're gonna have to use health potions to kill these at a lower level, and it's just overall I don't think it's really worth it, whether it be for trying to do like a bit of gold farming or silver, copper, whatever farming. It just, in my opinion, makes sense to kill something a lower level with a lot less struggle, as I think it would produce more, whether it be the loot that you're after or the actual copper. So just keep that in mind. And if you were about getting gear, obviously, as we've been finding out, that you could just get better gear from blacksmithing. So don't put yourself through the struggle, and I wouldn't necessarily worry about the epic gear drops from lower level creatures like this, as you know, once you get to a high level, then if that's something you wanted to focus on, you could. But there's so much progression still in the game. And another thing that I kind of thought was the something that was that you have like a max level of 500 combat, and it turns out I believe it's 2000. Look at the level of creatures, right? You got the list right here. You just scroll down and you actually see 1990, right? So I'm not quite sure. I think it's such an early stages to it a game that a lot of the different things that we'll be able to do with the progression, it's just too early to tell. But just kind of get back to the creature. I might die here actually. I think I'm going to. I died. So, like I say, you got to be careful, and it's unfortunate. So we're just going to teleport back to the mines. That's the first time I've died, and I've almost I've got quite a few kills already. It's just unfortunate how hard it is. Interesting, but yeah. So it takes quite a while to get back there, right? So you got to pull up your mini map, and you need to get all the way right here. And then also, it's worth noting that as you're killing, I'll head there and I'll continue to discuss. But basically, they're going to drop a regent, which is an important profession item in leveling up. So you're going to want to pick that up. And the unfortunate part about that is it's going to take bag space, as they do not stack. So you're going to have to visit a storage rift, which is going to be the one right here. I've got to get out of combat so I can show you which one it is. It's kind of irritating, right, that these guys are passive aggressive or whatever, because it's just not good. So you actually gotta go down. Originally I thought you go up, but there's a river there, so you're gonna have to go around it and work your way. So yeah, you're gonna have to go this way, and get yourself up to the communal goblin area, or I suppose you could kill them in the goblin sleeping area too, but that would put you further away from the storage rift that you're going to need to access to put away the regents. But anyway, yeah, so I could show you right there's the communal goblin area, and this is going to be the storage rift that your access is going to be accessing to deposit the regents that they're going to be dropping for the profession. So other things I wanted to take note of is that they're vulnerable to tempest. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on. And I think that pretty much covers pretty much everything. And yeah, so I guess the last thing I could talk about is the drops. As far as gear, they actually drop relatively a little bit amount of gear, and I'm pretty sure because it's high level, it's going to be worth a little bit more. So that's going to be good. I'm just excited actually from this creature since it's such a high level to see the gear and what it's worth and just kind of what we make from killing 100. Yeah, so here it is. It's the gritty mine regent. So you're just going to be taking that, and then like I stated before, you're going to be going down here to the storage rift, and I know that they're actually worth quite a bit. I think it's like about a silver and a half or 2 silver, so it's definitely worth picking them up. And so I think that's the best way to go about that. And just go ahead, check out the end of the video where we're going to be going to show you loot from 100 Nuisance Goblin Miner who are level 54. Stay tuned. Alright guys, Legion Looter here, just showing you the loot from the 100 Nuisance Gold Miners. And we're just going to go ahead and go over here and pull out the armor that we got from killing these, and we got quite a bit as you could see, so I'm pretty happy about that. And we got a lot of regents too that we're going to have to go over to the potion regent bank and grab, which we will do here in a little bit. So overall I really enjoyed killing these, as I think that they could be an incredibly profitable creature to kill. Obviously it's going to depend on your level, and as we keep progressing there'll be better creatures to kill to get more money. So we're just going to look real quick, make sure those are all the right items, and then we're going to go ahead and click sell all, and let's see what we got. So we got 47 silver and 625 copper. It's actually quite good really. And then we're going to go ahead and pull out the rest of the armor that was still here in the bank. We couldn't fit in our inventory, and so there's just a couple pieces left here, but overall quite satisfied with killing these. So if you're looking for a good way to make money around my level that's involved with combat, I think these guys might be a pretty good option. So we're going to sell those for another 14 silver and 727 copper. And remember, we started with 926 silver and 435 copper when we started killing these. I'm only mentioning it because I want to be able to total up everything once we get everything out and just kind of go over it. And these are just a couple of the regions. Just wanted to check out the info on them, just kind of see. So we're going to go over here and go to the potion regents bank and grab out all of our stuff that we're going to sell. Um, Go ahead and go to here. I guess one of the most just irritating parts is how far the goblins are inside the caves, but it's okay, because obviously you're going to have to go through different things in the progression of the game that are going to be proved to be a little bit more time consuming, but overall still a great monster to kill. And you could actually camp at them for quite a while and just kind of gold farm. And we got 37 silver from those regions. That's actually quite amazing. We got to grab a little bit more out of the potion regent's bank, and then we can give you guys a complete total of what we got from killing 100 of these. Let's go ahead and grab those really quick. But overall, as I was stating, I think that, that's actually quite a good monster. You could camp for quite a while and keep dumping your regents into the little storage rift down there, which actually isn't too far of a walk, so I can't do much complaining on that end. So once we go over here, we can find out what we're going to get for these and then total up the loot, and that will be it. So here we go, and that just kind of got sidetracked here. Sorry about that. I was just taking a look at something. Let's go sell all. Another 13 silver, 950 copper. So that brings us to a grand total of 130 silver for killing 100 of these. I would say they take about 34 to 40 seconds to kill at my level. It's going to be a lot more time lengthy if you're a lower level. Um, but yeah, so we're going to be making more Brighter Shores videos. We hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully this is potentially one of the ways you want to make money if you're looking to make some gold and some gold farming. Stay tuned for more videos very soon.